Namaha. Harihi Om. Sumukascha Yekadantascha Kapilo Gajakarnakaha Lambodharascha Vikato Vignarajo Vinayakaha Dhumaketurganadhyakshaha Palachandro Gajananaha Vakratundaha Surpakarno Herambaha Skandapurvajaha Suklam Baradharam Vishnum Sasivarnam Chaturbhujam Prasannavadanam Dhyayet Sarva Vignopasantaye Yasyat Virada Vaktradhya Parishadhya Parasatam Vignam Vignanti Satatam Vishvaktenam Tamastriye Gurur Brahma Gurur Vishnu Gurur Devo Maheswaraha Gurur Sakshat Parabrahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Satchidananda Rupaya Krishnaya Aklishtakarine Namo Vedanta Vedhyaya Gurave Buddhisakshine Krishnadvaipayanam Jasam Sarvabhuta Hiteratam Vedabcha Bhaskaram Vande Samadhi Nilayam Munim Sahasramurte Purushottamatya Sahasra Netranana Padabaho Sahasranamam Stavanam Prachastham Niruchyate Jannajaradi Santyai. With Bhagavan's grace, let us continue from where we left off. We took up Slokam number 44. 43 was Ramo Viramo Virato Margo Neyo Nayo Nayaha Viras Saktimatam Sreshto Dharmo Dharma Viduttamaha Vaikunta Purusha Prana Pranada Pranava Pratuhu. That one we took up. There we covered Vaikuntaha Purushaha. Next it says Pranaha. Now, we all know prana, the life force we say in English. It's amazing when you look at, we all tend to think in terms of quantity, you know, how much prana we have that keeps our body moving is amazing. It's very, very little. That's called Udanan. When we finally leave this body, at that time the amount of air that comes out is so little actually. Just one breath, that's all. Oof, that's it. And that's the one that is activating this body, that life force behind that prana. Okay, not that actual air, amount of air, but the jivan, the life force. Okay, so that is prana. We should never forget that we're thinking, I know I do, probably you do too also, is that I am this body, I have done this. You know, that ahambhavam is there, that garvam is there, right? That false identification is there. That you consciously work to remove it, right? Because this is really a savam, as they say. It's really nothing. It's really nothing. And then the pranam, that the air that we breathe in and we breathe out, that keeps us activating, that is also not where it is at. It is a life force in that air that makes it, that life force, that prana, that is actually prana. Okay? That is Bhagavan. To never forget that. So it's a consciously and consistently and continuously we must battle that trap, self-imposed trap and false identification. It may sound intellectually so easy, but that is where company of the good becomes very important. Company of the good means what? When people get together, they talk about Bhagavan, they hear about Bhagavan, and they revel in talking and hearing about Bhagavan. If that, qualification, you can assess it. That is a metric for a good company. If that metric, you apply that, if that group passes that metric, that means it's a good company. Now, we all can think when we get together, what do we talk about? You know, we all can think. It is not necessary there is some tendency we have to praise others. Not necessary. Really not necessary. Yeah, somebody does something good, just mention it in passing and move on. But that Mukhastuti and all we have to get out of. How did the rishis talk? We all read Bhagavatam. How did Saunaka approach Sutta and talk about? Yes, he appreciates, he praises Sutta, you qualified in this. But beyond that, they don't dwell on that. They only dwell in the glories of Bhagavan, talking on. So that is important. So consciously we must develop that. So that prana, that life force, is the one that's activating Bhagavan, activating this body. Now, scientifically, when you look at it, there is radiation, there is vibration, and there is materialization. Radiation, vibration, and materialization. So all we are doing is vibrating, that's all. Okay? And that vibration has caused this materialization of this body. Okay? But the radiation, the source, where it's coming from, that is prema. That is prana. Prana daha, as when the word daha comes, immediately something that is given. One who is a pranan, the radiation, right? The source, the prema that radiates everywhere, that shines everywhere. And because it shines everywhere, it touches and things vibrate. As we know, scientifically, we know the energy do something that vibrates, right? And even simple thing, if you put your mustard seeds on a pan and heat it, the heat energy, what does it do? I mean, it makes the thing vibrate, isn't it? So it's no different from that. So this is prema. So we are all vibrating, and because of that. Now, so that pranadaha, that prana also gives the pranan to when it vibrates to the materialized object, it gives pranan. So even though we say prana is swaha, pana is swaha, there it simply means the vibrated aspect of that pranan that we are announcing back to Bhagavan. This is not me, it's you. Okay? Did I miss you? Is it okay? I mean, went a little bit too theoretical, but that's not theoretical, too academic. So, I understood? So, look at it as radiation, vibration, and materialization become clear. So, pranaha, pranadaha. Then, also, the one who gives also can take, and not can take, he does take. Okay? So, pranadaha also means when at the time of dissolution, one who makes things disappear, dissolves things. This materialized object is vibrating, and then the vibration stops at some point. Because he's the one who gives, he also takes. That also included in the pranadaha. And then Vaikunta Purusha Prana Pranada Pranamaha Pratuhu. Pranamaha, Pranavaha, both ways, the pardon is there both ways. The teaching is both ways. So, Pranava, that's a simple, we all have heard in all teachings that the only sound that is present in this whole prapanjam is Omkara. Om is there. And that is Pranavaha. Then Pratuhu is Pranavaha also means one Slokam. This is the Vedam addresses Swami as Mahaslokaha, the one who is most worshipable. That also means Pranavaha also means that. Okay. And then Pratuhu, Prutuhu, not Pratuhu, Prutuhu. The Prutuhu, as the name of Prithvi, we saw, right? Prutu was the name of an avataram that came because his father, Vena. Now we think right from the creation time, beginning of time, there have been both Anyayam and Nyayam, Dharmam and Adharmam have always taken place. The fights have always been there. So we should not think we are going through an extra dosage of Adharmam and difficulties and cruelties and violence and all that. It has happened all through the time in different ways, and that's all. So when Vena was a king, and when the king behaves in an adharmic, cruel manner, the society gets destroyed. When we talk of, for example, environmental damage, right? And if the ruler doesn't take care of that, then the environment gets destroyed, right? Not only human beings, but also animals, plants, right? Everything gets destroyed. So Vena was such a cruel king, the complete environment was completely destroyed. So much so, the plants and all did not come out of the ground. There's absolute drought everywhere. To put it we all can experience it today to some degree. See, when we disobey nature, the nature then pays back. So we have given the word environmental damage, that's our word. But what is happening is the earth is withdrawing, right? It doesn't give us the nourishment anymore. It punishes us through hurricanes and this and all that. And those days when rishis came, they used to ask kings, in Tamil, Madam Mummari Pekirada, Mandane, like that. So that means you have three rains, 3 dosage of rain every month. Okay? And every month it was raining. Just imagine. That's how nature is. Nature always is steady and slow. And here you get hurricanes, things get destroyed, whatever it is. So what is happening? This is like when this goes to an extreme, what is happening today, that was the kingdom of Vena. There's so much drought all around the globe, the earth, so much cruelty, so much deviation from dharma, and so much selfishness of the ruler. And things like we say, Veli Pyramer, that means, the fence itself, eats all the crops it's supposed to protect. And the king becomes like that, selfish, right? So then the earth reacts in such a way that there is no crops given, there's no rain, there's no water, right? So the whole world suffers. We call it drought, we call whatever name we call it, but there is humongous sufferings even now people are going through. When that took place, Bhagavan took an avataram and he was born as a son of Vena. And he established dharmam, and he protected he nourished the whole earth in such a way that the plants blossomed, flowers came and crops came and all that became fertile again. And beautifully it is given in Bhagavatam, all these plants that did not, when you say drought means an absence of growth. An absence of growth, we see only the outside on top. But underneath there is a potential. It wants to grow. So this Prithu brought all that up, just like the way we nourish a small-born child. When you nourish, it will come. Bhagavan, there is no difference between a speck of sand and a human being, or a plant and a human being. So everything is his child. So nourish it, and then he brought it back by the establishment of dharma, and which is means basically that the establishment of dharma means what? It means dharma samsapana, no, it means spreading love, spreading prema, caring for something and somebody other than yourself. That's what it is. So when we care for each other, things nourish, they grow. Simple rule. That's what he did worldwide. That is why the world nourished. So he was Prutuhu. And because he did that, this whole earth, Mother Earth, got the name Prithvi. Prithvi came from Bhagavan's avataram of Prithu. Prithu came in order to, because his job is also to protect. His father was doing such cruelty, this king. Now, Bhagavan is so compassionate. We also fulfill the dharma of a putra when he came as the Prithu avatar. Not only did he bring life back, nourishment back, sustenance back, fertility back, and health back of the whole world, and therefore all the jivas living on it, all the inhabitants, the 6.4 million types of inhabitants, everything was protected. Then in that thing, he also protected his own father who had deviated from the dharmic path. And that is why the putra means one who saves his father from hell. That's what it means. Who give him the salvation. So that is what he did. Fulfill the role of a putra also. So that is prutuhu. So Vaikunta Purusha Prana Pranada Pranava Prutuhu Hiranya Garbha Satrugno Hiranya Garbha. Hiranya Garbham is the womb in which we all are living now. If you are like me, then you will probably be thinking we are all living means all of us bodies. No, mind. Pay attention to the mind always. The Hiranya Garbham is a womb in which all our minds are living. The mind creates a body. Now this Hiranyam is effulgent like the gold. That is why it's called Hiranyam. Garbham is the womb. So what does this mean on a personal level? So mind, again, to review, mind is equal to bundle of desires. That's all. Mind is equal to desires. I may have 1,000 desires, 1 million, doesn't matter. I may have desires keep on adding on the right side. If the desires get added up, the mind becomes, in our quantitative manner, bigger and bigger, if you want to call it that way. Okay? Bigger, small is all our words, but the point is, mind becomes more and more established. Right? So, out of those, on the right side of the equation, if I have 1 million desires, and I fulfill, let us say, 10 in this birth, and then added another 100 while I live. So the balance is still there. So the mind still lives, because mind is nothing but desires. So when this body goes away, it will take another body to fulfill its desire. So at some point in time, with Bhagavan's grace, I don't add any desire in the birth I take. So the right side starts decreasing. So when that becomes zero, then there is no more birth, there is no more death and all that. The desire, that is it. That Hiranya Garbham is the womb in which this phenomenal, amazing process takes place. This is our imagination. The moment, see, the beauty of Sahasranamam, and we talked about it earlier, it is also a trap and a tool, just like anything else in creation. Even the word Rama, is a trap and a tool, right? And what is a trap? The moment that's why I try to make this personal as soon as possible. But the moment I say Bhagavan's name, I immediately think that Bhagavan is different from me. That's a trap. All the names we go through, as far as possible, I try to personalize it. How this aspect of Bhagavan is present within me, how it is me only that we're talking of. But we still think that Bhagavan is separate from me, somewhere else. Isn't it? So that's a trap. The tool is, I can personalize it, make it, yes, that is me. That is me. Hiranya Garbham, that means my mind. There is no Hiranya Garbham with, 6.4 billion minds in it. Whatever, 10 billion minds or whatever, how many jantus are there. No. That is my creation. It is only my mind. So, to put it in another way, Hiranyagarbham, personalize it. First, when we started talking about, we said it has got all the minds of everyone in there. No. It is only my mind that is within the Garbham of Hiranya, effulgence. Why so? Because everything is my creation only. It's only I create. There are 6.4 billion people. Therefore, since I have a mind, I deduct that everybody must have a mind. It's all my creation. So there is only one mind. In my world, it is my mind. That's all. No? So my mind is all nothing but my desires. That's nothing but that. So if I reduce and my desires, as they say in mathematical equation, tending towards zero, let us take it as an example. Then what happens? What is left is the less the mind becomes, the more the effulgence of Hiranya, the more the effulgence of Bhagavan, closer to Bhagavan. And that is nothing but prema. Really, if I look at it, personalizing this, is what is, we talk about Swami's lotus feet, this, that, and all that. Yes, oh, my Trivikramavataram, you have got the whole feet is there. All those things are my imagination. When you really look at it. Somebody told me, so I believed it, so I began to imagine. Have I seen it? As Swami rightly, beautifully asked one person, do you know what Rama looks like? He asked a person. So, Rama, what? No, Swami, he's got like this. We all have this Ravi Verma's picture. I have it in my puja room. So beautiful it is. Eyes of Rama are so beautiful, majestic, and very beautifully. Such a pretty picture of Rama. He said, that is Ravi Verma's imagination. But do you know? Have you seen Rama? So, please, that's the truth. When Bhagavan speaks, it looks like something that we smile, but that is the truth. Do I know? So, Vedahametam Purusham Mahantam. That Rishi is able to declare, I know it. I know that Purushan. So, when you know, there is no imagination. Imagination is nothing but speculation. Okay? All the art form, all the so-called creation we do, they're all nothing but speculation. Okay? But Bhagavan is present in that. Vedas Sahasrani Vijnanam Etat Sarvam Janardhanat, it says, right? So everything Bhagavan. So I got to know that in Hiranyagarbha, there's such a beautiful thing that it is my mind that is creating this whole thing. So I'm in the womb of Bhagavan. And every aspect of creation is effulgent. The moment you say effulgent, there is a goldenness around it. Tejas, when you look at even Agni, there is a goldenness around it. Golden color, isn't it? It is not like a white. If we say, we have to say white gold, we have to differentiate it because it's not normal, isn't it? So the goldenness is Hiranya. That effulgence is Hiranya. The sun's effulgence is golden, isn't it? That is why everything is called Hiranya like that. Okay? Everything is effulgent like that. So then if I think, okay, desire, then that is with me only, not even within me, it is only me. And I am actually effulgent like a Hiranya. My effulgence is Hiranyam. But the thing then is, why I'm not shining like that? Why I don't know it? Why I don't feel it? Why I don't experience it? Because the effulgence of prema is golden. Why I'm not experiencing it? It's my desires. My desires prevent me from holding on to that prema. So, if you analyze your own thoughts, now let me ask you a question. When you ask a question, I'll interrupt the class. I'll ask a question and we can discuss it after the recording is over. So you're interested. Which comes first, thought or desire? Do thoughts come from desires or desires come from thoughts? Okay, think about it. Now, if I analyze myself, each one of us can do that, even though the second question is, where is mind? That's another question. Okay, so if I can understand, well, the mind is operating in the background somewhere, right? Wherever it is very powerful and I'm obeying it, I know that. I'm not able to master it, that also I know. So what on earth is this mind if I start looking at it? That I am more powerful than that mind. And to establish my authority, I have to look at that mind and bring it under control. The moment I start looking at it, it will fall in line. Okay, so if I look at my mind, then I can see why I am not loving. The moment I understand what is it that's preventing me from being loving and shining in this Hiranya effulgence, then you can remove it. Then you say, whatever desire that is in a given situation, it has to go my way. I don't like this person. Whatever that desire is, you can analyze it and then remove it. The moment you remove it, your effulgence becomes higher. That's the meaning of Hiranyagarbha. Okay? Hiranyagarbha is not something out there and Brahma sitting. This is within our mind. I've spoken at some length, okay? Because it is, I don't know whether I spoke this clear or I added confusion, but it is very important. Think about it, okay? So, Hiranyagarbha. So, let's take a couple of more. Satrugnaha. Hiranyagarbha, Satrugnaha. And then, the name is, you're all familiar with the meaning of it. One who destroys, overcomes, is victorious, vanquishes all the enemies. We all have only 6 enemies. No more than that. Even that, actually, we have only 2 enemies. Not even that. We have only 1 enemy. Okay? So, the one that vanquishes the enemies is Satrugnaha, which is no different from Hiranyagarbha. One side, it is shining like this. In another side, yes, if you analyze, look at your mind and remove that particular desire, immediately it wins. Immediately you become more loving. Prema always wins. I just don't give it a chance, that's all. Always wins. Okay? So that is Satrugnaha. Then, Vyaptaha. Hiranyagarbha Satrugno Vyaptaha. Now, Vyaptaha is very interesting. When Vyaptaha, as the name means, pervasive, everywhere. But how is it present everywhere? See, there is, personalize every name. Okay, seriously. Because the same Bhagavan is me only. There is no truth beyond that. But to practice that, I have to do Archanam and everything else, look at Bhagavan there in the Garbhagraham and do the Sahasranamam Archana. But I must personalize this. Once I know any meaning, I must personalize it. Vyaptaha, see, how is Bhagavan present in everything? Okay, we know we've been told he's present everything. I don't know that, but I can experience it here and there. Now, how is he present? Next question. Is Karanam and Karyam. That's all. For every breathing moment, we are all doing Karyam. Work only. Right? And even when I'm sleeping in deep sleep, Susupta Avasthai, I'm still breathing. that's going on. That's a karyam going on. But what is the karanam behind it? Every work has got a reason. What is the karanam behind it? So he is present as both the karanam, the cause, the reason, as well as the effect in everything in life. That's why it's pervasive. That's another aspect of Bhagavan. That is all pervasive. Okay? And I shared with you, as Bhagavan himself, that Prema himself taught, okay, which nobody else can teach, is the only reason, the karanam is, why is the karanam present, is to give love and receive love. To give prema and receive prema. That is the only karanam in every karyam. That is how Bhagavan is present. Okay, vyaptaha, vayuhu, adhokshadaha. Adhokshadaha is so beautiful. And vayuhu. Vayuhu, we all think immediately that means air. No. Air is not vayu. So, vayu is the one that spreads beneficial fragrance in the world. That is why Sankara Bhashyam describes it. Beneficial fragrance, the one that spreads. So don't think air is made of hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen and all that. That is our scientific analysis of what is it, molecules, that's all. But what is happening is the thing that spreads beneficial fragrance. Beneficial fragrance is what? Is giving life, giving nourishment to me, to you, to the plant. And when the vayu touches the leaf dances. Just amazing things. So that is vayuhu. Okay? And as Bhagavad Gita says, all the fragrances of the world are vayu. Bhagavan would leave. Now, Parasara Bhattar takes it up beautifully another way. He says, whoever thinks of him and meditates on him, and forget even meditation, that even thinks of him, immediately Bhagavan is present there. That aspect is vayu. We saw Purushaha who is ahead of you. Even before you thought of him, he was present. But the moment Bhagavan is present, wherever, that aspect of Swami is Bhagavan. That I can experience personally. Right? And adokshadaha, next one. It is such a beautiful thing. This is the aspect of Bhagavan that this is grace that he gave me an experience on. So I will share this unexpectedly, and which I will remember forever and live forever in that moment, is something we'll share next class. Okay? Adokshadaha. Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. Samasta Lokaha Sukhino Bhavantu. Samasta Lokaha Sukhino Bhavantu. Samasta Lokaha Sukhino Bhavantu. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.